I'll get started. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this beautiful morning. We're going to give about 5 more minutes for more participants to join the call, and we'll go over our logistical notes. We ask that you mute your mics if they are not already muted. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we invite you to journal. So now is a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. Please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. And while we wait for others to join, I am excited to give a refresher on Psanctuary. Psanctuary Church is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. If you, like many others throughout history, hold these mushrooms as a sacrament for sincere and intentional spiritual practice, you can head over to our membership page at psanctuary.org. Becoming a member is a 5-step process, which includes a discovery call with us. After becoming a member, you'll gain access to our membership portal, members-only events, including sacrament opportunities, and our members-only Discord chat. So you can find that new link in your member resource area to be a part of that. Please do consider donating to Psanctuary. All donations currently go towards operational expenses, which includes helping us. Well, we have secured a location. So yay, go community. And for in-person Sunday services and group sacrament services is what we hope to be able to offer in that space. We have a great vision here at Psanctuary, which includes a community built on sustainability through permaculture and more accessible and frequent opportunities for services with our sacrament for members. For cash donations, you can find the link on our website. And for ideas around in-kind donations, please reach out to us via email. This Sunday services are a place we gather together for a currently small but growing community. Although we do not partake in the sacrament during these services, we find common ground together in our recognition that the mushroom has brought us together. For more information on sacramental services currently available, you can reach out to myself at info@psanctuary.org. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part. Courtney and I will be facilitating the service today, and Eric will be leading the optional discussion afterwards, which we allow about an hour and a half for until noon. And we do invite you to participate if you feel called. We have 2 readings every Sunday. We will be moving through different texts throughout our time together. Right now, we are reading from the Tao Te Ching, our main text, and we are finishing up the game of life and how to play it. We chose these readings because we feel they communicate the messages we often received from our time spent with the mushroom, but in different ways. We'll also read a poem, Litany of Gratitude, which is read to acknowledge our oneness with all that is. So I'll give you a moment to get comfortable and we will begin our service. Thank you again for joining us, and we do hope you stay for discussion afterwards. And if not, we wish you a great Sunday and week ahead. Something else to note, we will be having our first quarterly community meeting after this service. So we may end discussion about 10 minutes early to give people a break to walk around. And then there's a separate Zoom link for members to access for that service or that meeting after the service. All right, everyone, thank you for joining our Psanctuary community and celebration today. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. We'll pass it over to Courtney for our meditation.
Thanks, Athena. Good morning, everyone. This is a meditation for relaxation and body tension release. It's a new one I'm going to try out this morning. So please get comfortable in your chair and relax. Take a deep breath. Place your feet flat on the floor, really feeling your feet in contact with the ground underneath you. Take a few more deep breaths, just like this, rooted in the ground. Start by focusing on your toes. You can scrunch them up really tight and then release. Now focus on your ankles. Feel any tension there. Release. Now focus on your calf muscles. Notice any tension there. And release. Move to your knees and thigh muscles. You can clench them, give it a good squeeze. Keep breathing and release. You may have thoughts come up as you go through your body, relaxing your muscles. You can envision those thoughts, just watching them floating away in an air bubble if you wish. Now move to your buttocks. You can clench, make things really tense, and then release. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Move to your pelvic area. Notice any tension. Tighten the area. One good squeeze. Take a deep breath and release. Take note of any tension you might have in your back. Breathe deeply in. And as you breathe out, slowly relax and release any tension you may have in your back. I'll move to your shoulders. Lift them up. Give them a nice squeeze towards your ears. Take a deep breath in and release on the out breath. Awesome. Now it's time to relax your neck and your jaw. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let go of any tension you're holding in your neck and jaw. Finally, move to the top of your head. You can hunch your shoulders up one last time towards your ears. And as you release your shoulders, allow any remaining tension coming from your head or anywhere else in your body just sink down and flow out of you. You can give this tension into the ground if you wish. It's a wonderful way to transmute energy. A few more deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and enjoy this feeling of relaxation and calm for a minute longer. I invite you to take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, exhale with an ah, ah. Now you can slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring your attention back into the room. Begin noticing sounds around you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back into the service space. All right. Thank you, everyone. Gonna move on to our game of life reading. So I'll pass things to Susan.
There is for each one of us a perfect form of self-expression. There is a place which each of us is to fill and no one else can fill. Something which we are to do, which no one else can do. It is your destiny. This achievement is held a perfect idea in divine mind, awaiting your recognition, as the imaging faculty is the creative faculty. It is necessary for us to see the idea before it can manifest. So our highest demand is for the divine design of each person's life. You may not have the faintest conception of what it is, for there is possibly some marvelous talent hidden deep within you. Your demand should be, Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan. The perfect plan includes health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is the square of life which brings perfect happiness. When one has made this demand, great changes take place in that person's life. For nearly every each of us has wandered far from the divine design.
Thank you. We will now go into our litany of gratitude, which I invite you to unmute your mics and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We call to each other, we listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in all
things.
All
things live in us.
We depend on the trees and the animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in all things.
All things live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you'd like to mute your mics back. I invite Kevin for our next reading.
Morning, everyone. It's a good one, so get ready. Data Ching, chapter 38. High virtue is non-virtuous, therefore it has virtue. Low virtue never frees itself from virtuousness, therefore it has no virtue. High virtue makes no fuss and has no private ends to serve. Low virtue not only fusses, but has private ends to serve. High humanity fusses, but has no private ends to serve. High morality not only fusses, but has private ends to serve. High ceremony fusses, but finds no response. Then it tries to enforce itself with rolled up sleeves. Failing Tao, man resorts to virtue. Failing virtue, man resorts to humanity. Failing humanity, man resorts to morality. Failing morality, man resorts to ceremony. Now, ceremony is the merest husk of faith and loyalty. It is the beginning of all confusion and disorder. As to foreknowledge, it is only the flower of Tao and the beginning of folly. Therefore, the grown man sets his heart upon the substance rather than the husk, upon the fruit rather than the flower. Truly, he prefers what is within to what is without.
Thanks, Kevin. So if you have those journals nearby, we'll take some time to reflect on our reading today. Reflect on divine design and your relationship to it. Do not take this as opportunity to feel discouraged or downhearted because you have not realized your divine design. Take this as an opportunity to explore through your imagination the endless possibilities of joy, health, and abundance that await you. To the best of your ability, describe this divine design. I'll give us about 5 minutes to do that. right, everyone, if you'd like to finish up your thoughts. I will close out our service portion for today, recognizing we've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage our members to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings. And for those unable to stay, thank you for joining us. Some announcements. Again, we are going to have our community meeting following service today. We will allow about 10 minutes in between the services before we get started, and that meeting will be recorded and in our member resource portal. This Thursday, Katrine will be offering her mindfulness session at 12 o'clock Eastern time. For those who would like to join, it's 30 minutes, very nice. And we really enjoy those sessions. And we are excited. This weekend we will be hosting our second group retreat. So for our members that will be joining us, we're excited to have you and look forward to seeing how the conversation folds into our Sunday services. So thank you, everyone, for being here. As we continue our conversation, please remember all perspectives are welcome, and as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. So thank you. We'll end our recording.